Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a piece of kit that sits right at the intersection of traditional broadcast video and modern IP networking.
Right, the Zenty ZT-102.
Yeah. The spec sheet from H.264 Supply literally calls it a 1080p 60Hz H.264 IPTV encoder.
Which is a bit of a mouthful.
Definitely a mouthful, but it essentially acts like a translator for your gear. It takes your high-quality HDMI video and teaches it to speak the language of the internet.
And it builds a bridge that's actually surprisingly sturdy. Because, usually when you want to stream, you grab a capture card, fire up OBS on a laptop, and
Always hope for the best.
basically. But that introduces a massive point of failure, the computer itself. You don't want your software running on a general-purpose OS that might decide to update Windows right in the middle of your broadcast.
Oh, man. Yeah. That is the big differentiator here. This isn't software. It's a dedicated appliance. You feed it uncompressed HDMI right from the source.
And it outputs a network stream via Ethernet. It handles all that heavy lifting of H.264 encoding entirely on a dedicated chip.
Which is the secret sauce.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Because H.264 compresses the video to lower the bandwidth consumption, but it maintains the quality. So you can stream over a standard home network without completely clogging the pipe.
And we really have to talk about the resolution here. It handles 1080p at 60 Hz.
Right.
And 60 Hz is the gold standard for anything with fast motion, sports, gaming, all of that. But doing that in real time takes some serious processing power.
It does. If you rely on software encoding for 60 Hz content, you're often going to hit thermal throttling or dropped frames if the machine gets overwhelmed.
Which nobody wants to watch.
No. But this unit locks that frame rate in at the hardware level. It guarantees the motion clarity is perfect before it even hits the network.
So once that pristine signal is encoded, where does it actually go? The documentation lists streaming directly to YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitch,
Vimeo, all the usual suspects. You configure the destination once in the firmware, and the box just pushes the stream. No middleman computer required.
But you can use it locally too, right?
Oh, totally. That's what caught my eye. You can just punch the encoder's IP address into a VLC player on any computer in your network and pull the feed instantly.
That's incredibly useful. And it goes a step further with ONVIF support.
Yeah.
Which is a term you usually only see in security setups.
Right. The Open Network Video Interface Forum. It's the global standard for IP-based security. So by supporting ONVIF, this encoder lets a high-end broadcast camera be recognized by a standard network video recorder.
So you could literally patch a studio-grade cinema camera right into a building's security grid.
Exactly. It's this fascinating crossover between AV production and IT security.
Now, for the people actually operating these streams, I noticed it has an on-screen display feature, an OSD.
Yeah, you can overlay text or logos directly into the stream.
Right at the hardware level.
Yeah.
Which means you don't even need a video switcher if you just want to add a simple watermark.
Just burn the logo right into the feed. And you manage all of this remotely via a web GUI.
Which is crucial for rack-mounted installs.
Set and forget. You lock it in a server closet, and you can tweak the bytrates or settings from a browser 3 floors up.
Which brings us to the ecosystem and the price.
Oh.
H.264 Supply lists this thing around the $300 mark, sometimes with discounts.
Which is wildly accessible for broadcast hardware.
Seriously. But for technical buyers, it's not just the price, it's the vendor. This is under their Wolfpack brand, and H.264 Supply has been doing this for over 25 years.
That context is everything, because when you buy cheap gear online, you usually get 0 support. But here you're getting US-based support and a 5-year warranty.
You're buying insurance.
Right. An uptime guarantee that's honestly worth more than the box itself. It completely democratizes broadcasting. You plug into that RJ45 jack, and boom, you are a global TV station.
Which leaves us with a pretty wild thought for you to chew on. If professional-grade streaming hardware is now $300 and the size of a deck of cards, how does that change the very definition of television moving forward? Is the era of the massive million-dollar local news broadcast van officially dead?
It really makes you wonder who the next major network will be.
Exactly. Thanks for diving in with us.